This whole idea of financial independence, retire early, doesn't work. Let me tell you why.
Hey guys, welcome back. So this video is slightly different. It's not an update video. I'm not going to talk about my portfolio at all. It's probably going to be a really fast, maybe 5-minute video. So this guy is Kevin O'Leary, and he has this video that I found interesting. He's basically saying that he doesn't believe that fire is... He doesn't think fire works. You can read it here on the screen. We'll see why.
It happened to me. On the sale of my first company, I achieved great liquidity. I thought to myself, hey, I'm 36, I can retire now.
36 is a very good time to retire as well. It's actually pretty early. So I'm guessing that if he has friends, so I have a decent amount of friends, a friend group, and even now, since I'm pretty well off, I don't like talking about money like this, but I'm pretty well off compared to like people that I talk to. And it right now it's even kind of hard to do things with people because they're either working times that I'm not working because I have a structured schedule, well, other people might not, or I have a lot more money than them available, so I can do more expensive things like traveling, and a lot of people don't. So I can, if his point at being at 36, that's pretty young, retiring at that point, if he's saying that he's like bored because other people are not there yet and he has to either pay for them, which can get old, or he has to work around their schedule, which could be probably impossible, because sometimes for me, in my case, it is impossible trying to work around their work schedule, because a lot of people's work schedule is pretty hectic. I don't know if you know people like that their work schedule just kind of changes randomly. If you retire that early, it could be I can see that being kind of a pain in the ass.
Retired for 3 years, I was bored out of my mind. Working is not just about money. People don't understand this very often.
Yeah, that's true. So I'm lucky that in my job that what I do, I constantly keep learning things. And if I don't, I mean, I guess I don't have to, but it's in a field where if I stop learning things, then I'll get left behind pretty fast, like within 2 years, and then I won't be marketable, which means that if I lose my job, if I lose like my cushy job, and then I have to try to get a new job, then I won't know the new frameworks, the new whatever, right? I won't know what the new technology that I need to learn or that I need to know to get the new job. And so that keeps me on my toes, and learning new things is kind of cool. I like that. Now, the bad thing is, though, so I do like learning new things, but I also want to learn new things that are outside of my field, outside of my job. And the double-edged sword, I guess, in my scenario is that I don't have the time to do that for a lot of the things that I do want to learn. Like, for example, I want to learn about electronics. I want to learn how to build circuits and kind of learn how to build chips, like CPU chips. But I haven't had the time for that because I've been learning new paradigms in software engineering that I just don't have enough time. So it's like work, then like 3 hours of learning software engineering stuff, and then like maybe go for walks and stuff. And I've been kind of getting lazy on that the last 2 months because it's been like, it's gotten to the point where it's too much, right? There's too much work in one day of just like learning at work, learning after work, and then sleep. Like, it's just a really repetitive schedule. So if people have the right mentality when they retire, they don't have to just be bored. They can just keep learning new stuff. Like for me, for example, it would be cool to keep learning about to learn about how to make a CPU on my own. And if I were retired, I would have all the time in the world to do that, right?
Until they stop working. Work defines who you are. It provides a place where you're social with people. It gives you interaction with people all day long in an interesting way.
Okay, I think that's kind of sad. I see a lot of people that identify with a lot of things. Like it, it's a little hard for me to explain, but I hate people that identify with what they do instead of what they are or who they are, because your work should not define you. It doesn't matter what you do. You are who you are. Like, for example, me, I don't talk about software engineering that much, even though I work as a software engineer. Like, if you go back through and watch my videos, I talk about what I do more than in real life. Like, most people that I talk to don't even know what I do. For most of the people that I talk to actually think I'm still in school because they always see me just like working on stuff on the computer. They don't know what I do. I don't like that idea. Your work should not define you, and being without whatever job you're doing should not make you depressed because you lost your identity in some way. I don't think so. I think that's a wrong way of looking at what a job or a career is.
It even helps you live longer and is very, very good for brain health. Staying stimulated is how people live into their 90s. I'm not kidding.
That's true, but it doesn't have to be a job. You, like I said, you can just learn new things. How I plan to be stimulated after retiring is that I plan to learn new things. So I have a list of stuff that I want to learn. I talked about making CPU chips. I want to learn how to play the electric guitar. I want to learn music in general. I want to learn all these things. And I don't have time because I work an 8-hour job plus sometimes more hours, and then learn new things to keep competitive, to be competitive in the field that I am. If I were retired, I don't have to worry about the 9 to 5. I can worry about even keeping competitive, right? In case I want to jump back in the field. That's what, like 3 hours, and then learning like how to play the guitar every day. That's like what, 2 hours. If I do that for 2 hours and every day for a year, right, I'll get good at it. And then just keep partitioning the time like that, and I still have a lot more time that I didn't have before I would retire. I think he's just thinking about it wrong.
Am I retiring? Never. Never. I don't know where I'm going after I'm dead, but I'll be working when I get there too.
Well, I guess that's it. Yeah, I don't think he's right in his thinking in this. A lot of people that have made it don't really remember what it's like, or maybe they didn't experience how it was like to not have money and what it is to be financially independent, or really, and I also had this kind of struggle myself, what retire means. I made a video of this earlier. I might put a link to it here with a card, but retirement for me doesn't mean that I'm going to stop working. It just means that I'm going to be working less and do more things that I like doing. And it just so happens to be that it's going to be learning new stuff. So I think he's just going about it wrong and thinks that retirement is just, you're done, right? You're just partying, I guess. Maybe, I don't know what he was doing when he was retired, but it doesn't seem like it was learning new things, and that's the wrong way of doing it. And this dev here has the right mentality too. He says that he misses the point, and it does not mean ending work. Fire does not mean ending work. It means ending required work, and that's basically the conclusion I came up with myself when I was making the video. Again, I'll put a link to it so you can see it, but I don't plan on not working. I just plan on not working for someone else and having more free time for myself. And that's really what retirement means for me. Financial independence, I think that's kind of self-explanatory in FIRE. Everyone should be at a point where they don't have to worry about unexpected things happening or their bills or anything. And they should be set, right? I think it's just a retire that Kevin had a tough time understanding. Alright guys, that's it for this video. See ya.